Yo! What are we talking about today? Well, before I get into that, because it is actually an interesting topic, my name's Jacob B-Step. I'm a photography, videographer, college student, and a heck of a lot of other stuff. If you like video and photo tips, tricks, and tutorials, stick around. Maybe subscribe. So, today we're talking about taking pictures of everything around you. Now, that sounds very daunting, probably a little nerve-wracking. What's a couple good adjectives we can throw in there? Don't know really, but it's this idea of taking pictures of everything you see. And I'm not saying lug around a camera with you or you have to go buy one. Our smartphones today are so dang good. It is, I mean, look, the cameras that are in this device right here are insane, and being able to take this with you everywhere you go and be able to snap pictures is really good. Now, why do we want to take pictures of everything we see that's around us? Well, one of these reasons is the idea of if you take a bunch of pictures, you get good. Now, there's these studies and these things that say it takes so many hours to become proficient at something, so many days, so many hours, so much practice, etc., etc. And while there is definitely some truth to that, what is it, like 3,000 hours to become a habit or something? And while there is truth to this, you can do the studies, you can do the math, but nothing is as good as just getting out there and doing it. So go out and take pictures of everything. You'll get practice. You're going to do a lot better. Now, what are you going to do better at? Well, let's talk about it. So if you're out there constantly looking for pictures to take, and I'm guilty of this, not doing it, but if you're out there constantly looking for things to take pictures of, you're going to get a lot of good pictures incidentally. You're going to be walking down the street in New York, in Spokane, in Chicago, snap, and you're going to get a good picture that you can edit later. That's also why I harp on the idea of shooting raw. Now, that's a rough one. I will give you that. Shooting raw is the equivalent to, especially for daily shooting like this, shooting raw day to day, every picture you take is the equivalent of shooting a mouse with an elephant gun, because you don't need to take every single picture raw. You don't need to take every single picture in the highest bit rate, and you don't have to stage every picture so perfectly. But that being said, when you shoot raw, you have a lot more creative ability later. So let's talk about that in a little bit here. Now, like I said, you're going to get good pictures. There's going to be thousands of bad pictures, but interspersed between all those, you're going to get a lot of really good pictures. And so being able to change this ratio of good to bad pictures, it'll change over time. You're going to have good pictures, you're going to have bad pictures, but as you keep doing this over and over and over and over and over and over and over, you're going to start getting a lot more good pictures. I mean, that's how I got to where I am, and I'm by no means an amazing photographer, but I just went out there and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced, and I took thousands of pictures. I have 50,000 pictures on my computer right now, and half of them probably aren't good, half of them you probably will never see. But it's this idea of being out there and practicing and taking lots and lots of pictures. So if you're one of those people that has a DSLR or a mirrorless or SLR camera, I mean, if you're shooting film, you probably don't want to be taking pictures of everything unless you have the budget of Bill Gates. But if you have a DSLR or if you have an actual camera, and you're doing this, going around taking your camera with you everywhere, just shooting pictures, you're gonna get a lot of practice with your camera. You're gonna know it better, you're gonna know how it performs better, it's going to become muscle memory on how to get the right settings, especially if you start shooting manual. That's a whole nother video, don't worry, we'll get to that later. But the idea of taking these pictures and using your camera, it's going to become a lot more natural, instead of just using your iPhone or your Samsung or your Android, your iOS or Android device, and just switching over to the camera, pointing, shooting, and moving on. You know, whoop-de-doo, you got a picture, but at the same, oh, come on, focus. No? Okay, there we go. Whoop-de-doo, you got a picture, but is it really that good when you could have actually done a little creative work and worried about that later? So being able to use your camera, whatever you use, just have practice, go manual. I mean, I've talked about it in other videos. There's apps like ProShot, there's apps like, what's some of the other ones? I mean, I've done videos on them. There's ProShot, I mean, you can use Lightroom, the photo editing app, as a camera, just to be able to shoot raw and have that pro level of adjustability when you're taking your pictures. So that's the idea of looking behind. But also, okay, so picture this. You're out taking pictures with your camera or your phone, and you look like you actually kind of know what you're doing because you've been having practice. And someone's like, hey, do you take pictures? Sure, I do. You can point them to your stuff, or you can say, yeah, do you want me to take some pictures for you? And it gives you this ability, this experience to be able to help other people take pictures. And I think really that should be one of the core things. I mean, sure, we love taking pictures. We love making money off our pictures. We love being able to turn it into a career and show our skills and our gifts with the world. But the ability to be able to help other people and maybe make their life just a little bit better, I think personally, what's the word I'm looking for? That takes precedence over all of it. If I can make someone's life a little bit better, if I can show them the beauty of nature, if I can come alongside them and help them, that's worth more than all the money in the world. And I mean that from the depths of my heart. I mean, I really do. I mean, that's why I do this, because I want to share with you guys the ability to take these beautiful pictures and experience the world and see it from a different angle. And yes, that's my tagline. Yes, it sounds cheesy, and I'm sorry for that, but just the ability to share what's out there with you, and then in turn teach you to go out and see it. And that's why I do what I do. So I'm not gonna get too much into that. That's a whole nother video, but I think, yeah, that's why you should go around taking pictures of everything you can experience. You can grow in skill. You can learn your camera well, which kind of goes with skill. You can share the craft with other people and help them and walk alongside them and grow this community of art. And you're gonna get a lot of good pictures. I mean, that's really the whole idea of the 365 photo project, is to take pictures and get good ones and grow and experience and just be able to document what you've been around forever. And that's something I'm not very good at, because I wanna use my big camera. I wanna make sure it's a beautiful shot, not just going around just taking pictures throughout the day-to-day. And so I think that's the whole premise of the 365 photo, is just taking pictures. And so with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. If you liked this video, be sure to comment down below what you want to see in an upcoming video. Links for the socials are below: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, my website, that is plural, and of course 500 pics, where all the best pics go. So if you want to see something, comment down below or reach out to me personally. My inbox is always open on my social medias, as well as my work email, jacobestepmedia@gmail.com. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy, fam. Peace.